Truckee River up there in Northern California. We're talking with Dave Harvey. He's the owner of Current Fly Fishing, and we want to know about what's going on with the Truckee. He is our guy. He is the guide service up there that we definitely recommend, and we want to get some information from him. So how you doing, Dave?
Doing well, Rick. Thanks.
Perfect. All right. So what's going on up there? Just kind of give me a little general impression of what's going on up there with the Truckee right now.
So summer's in full swing. We've got good water temps. We got people coming fishing. It's been fishing pretty well lately. Flows are staying pretty nice. Ideal for walk and wade. Temps are staying good too. So it's been pretty good overall.
Okay, cool. So you had talked about before, got some CFS that are up there on a level that you could float. And then that was kind of optimal, 800 to 850 CFS. A little too high for walk and wade. Has it come down now? Are you still floating? Are you doing both? What do we got?
There are sections where people are squeezing by in some smaller boats, 10-foot boats and things like that, pack rafts and stuff. But for the most part, we take our raft out and we're just walking wade from here on out. So what we're looking at right now through the canyon, which is the section we float, is 503 cubic feet a second. And then working upstream near the Boca Reservoir, you're looking at 436. That's today. And above that, Martis Camp in that area, the kind of the Glenshire area, you're looking at 386. So, the canyon can be still a bit treacherous, still plenty walk and wadeable, but as you work upstream towards the town of Truckee, it becomes pretty accessible on foot.
Okay, cool. And so walk and wade is kind of the order of the day at this point, from this point forward into the summer. And what you're doing. Okay. And how about the temperatures, the water temperatures?
Yeah, we've been starting most days in the high 50s. I've been tossing the thermometer in. This morning, it started out at 58, and we got off the water about noon, and I measured right before, and we're looking at about 60, 61. Expecting that, throughout the afternoon, it may gain another degree or so. We're not quite up to that 65 mark yet. We haven't really hit that. And that's talking about the upper river, towards Truckee in the canyon and that sort of thing. Now down in the Reno area, on the lower stretches, we have seen 70 degrees in the water already. So that is.
And that starts to getting into be a problem, right? Where we're trying to limit the fishing there when we start getting up into those temperatures.
Yeah, you're looking at early morning, start early, get off the water early. Typically on the Nevada side, it's start early at 6 o'clock, get off by 11, something like that. Carry a thermometer. That's the best way just to know.
Okay, but in general, for right now at least, for the stretches of the canyon and above, you're still okay in terms of water.
Yeah. We're still great up there. It's cool, clean, cold water coming out of the lakes and reservoirs up there. So it's kind of ideal temps right now, and the fishing is definitely reflecting that. So
got it. In terms of experience-wise, on sort of historically, when do things kind of really start to tail off, or is it hard to really anticipate at this point?
It's hard to anticipate based on snowpack. We're still sitting a little better than we were at this point last year. We're still running on average about 100 cubic feet more per second than we were last year on this day. I would say that we're going to be fine into July, especially on the upper parts of the river. And, getting into August, we'll just have to see. Air temperatures have been relatively cool for what it's usually like out here in the summer, and that's been really nice. I'm sure it's helping. So I think we'll be able to fish for a while this season, but come late August into September, we start kind of worrying whether or not we're gonna have some issues out there. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Sounds like it's for good for now, and kind of keep your fingers crossed. And it'll be interesting to kind of get a picture of it as we get towards later July and see how things are sort of ramping, which way they're going, or if they're holding steady. But that's all right. We'll get to there when we get to there. But for right now, fishing's great. We got some good. You got some good walk and wade conditions. How about hatches? What kind of things are happening out there?
Well, we're seeing quite a few yellow sallies during the day. They're pretty good size, 14. is a good size imitation. We're nymphing a lot of those patterns. You'll occasionally see a rise every now and then, but it's mainly subsurface. PMDs coming off, they're a little bit smaller, so fishing those in the 16, something like that is a good size for the PMDs. Midday, we start to see a lot of caddis activity, and we've kind of got, your green-bodied caddis, and you've got your kind of orange or brown-bodied caddis. You usually see the green and midday, and they're a pretty good-sized bug, 18, 16 to 14, something like that. They vary in size, but they'll be kind of the midday hatch for sure, and there's been quite a few of them. And keep in mind, we're nymphing most all these patterns. It's you may see an occasional rise. This time of year, we start to see it's either, like we've talked about before, it's either a cloudy day during the day or it's in the evening. If water temps hold out, fishing in the evening can be pretty good this time of year, just because you do see more bug activity and, that light drops over the hill and the fish are a little more comfortable to move around towards the surface. So working towards the evening, we've been seeing a lot of caddis flies, a lot of the more orange variety. They're called glossosoma, and they have a pretty interesting life cycle as far as insects go. And the fish do key into those pretty aggressively. So using an orange-bodied caddis nymph of some sort works pretty well. And then the golden stones are definitely starting to make an appearance, and that's our kind of big, 1.5 inch, almost 2 inch long stonefly patterns that we like to fish out here. Those big heavy anchor flies, they'll actually hook this time of year in the evening, especially. You'll see them crawling on the rocks.
As you're getting later in the year, so you've got those really big ones that you're kind of really getting down low with and kind of moving it slower and slower water, or what do you target with that?
So this time of year, we're starting to fish the fast stuff. We're starting to get into that faster riffles. We found most of our fish today up in some pretty fast water. Just one of the things that to keep in mind is that what you're seeing on the surface is not the same current that's underneath it. And when you have 2 or 3 feet of depth and you're looking at some pretty fast water, just got to know that it's going to be quite a bit slower where your feet are. And those fish know that too. So getting down to them, we use a lot of the European style nymphing, the tight line nymphing to do that. But that was most productive for us today, was fishing pocket water and fast kind of riffles that have some depth to them. And that tends to be where those fish move into when they're hungry. They're going to go find where the most food is coming down, that they can take advantage of in a small amount of time. And that's where we're going to find it.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I mean, the different techniques called for based on the patterns of everything, and so that's interesting. Hitting some of that fast water at this point, see how that changes over the summer and how things are going. But it sounds like a lot of fun right now, putting together some trips up there with you guys. Dave, tell me how you can get somebody can get a hold of you.
Yeah, easiest way is just give me a call. My cell number is 760-937-2234, and leave a message if I don't answer, because I'm probably fishing. So shoot me a text or a call, and then otherwise, our website is currentflyfishing.com, and currentflyfishing.dave@gmail.com is the email you can use there as well. So we're definitely seeing business this time of year, so give us a call and get that trip booked sooner than later.
Good stuff. All right, and I will also put that website in the post, and with a link there that you can go directly over to Current Fly Fishing. If you want to book a trip, Dave and his crew up there have that river, the Truckee, dialed in. Obviously knows what he's talking about, and appreciate that report. A lot of good information there, some different things, and it's going to be fun to watch and to learn a little bit over the summer here, and as the summer gets into the end of that season, of what changes and what stays the same. So it'll be kind of fun to watch that, and we'll look for that next report, and we'll see you right here next time on the Backcast.